All right, and we are live. Angie, how good was that video?
It was excellent, man. We've had a purposeful, meaningful, and fun year, haven't we?
I just continue to be amazed by the hundreds and hundreds of hours of video footage that the team take of us.
Yeah.
And then Daniel basically gets together and he takes like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something to basically whip it all up and then bloody provide that little video. So
it did not take 10 minutes.
For the record, mate. That's a reflection of how good I think you are. It takes hours in the 10 minutes. But yeah, I really hope everyone got to see then a bit of a snapshot about the year in review of Axon. So yeah, I love it that we've got a HQ. I love it that we've got atmosphere, culture, vibe. I hope all of you have looked forward to it and been enjoying the whole behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things we're going to talk about, and we're going to actually cycle a few people through.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it on the side of us, but we've got some spare chairs that are going to sort of have some of the team members come and say good day. But can you believe it's been 1 year, Angie, since we moved into our own Axon HQ?
It's been life-changing, hasn't it? Super close to home, which has been great.
For you.
But just a fresh vibe. Like you said, the culture's been absolutely incredible. And we've had clients come and visit, which has been really good.
Got some more coming next week?
Yeah. So if you're ever on the Gold Coast, make sure you pop in for a coffee.
Like literally, it's the last day of the year they're going to drop in and say good day. But yeah, please do. It's open door policy here. We'd love that. We're going to shop into some bunch of stuff we want to talk through, and we're going to have some special guests going to come and join us that can go through it a bit more. But like, what was your highlight of the year?
There's so many.
Yeah.
But one thing that really stands out is when we stood in front of the whole team and we had the crackers and we're like, we're going to Sydney.
Yeah, what was that for?
So it was for the Great Place to Work. So we went and we were able to, and Tammy will talk a lot about this later on, but we were able to celebrate as a team for being part of the Great Place to Work and then coming forth for Best Place to Work. So
and I was with you and Tam. As soon as we got the email come through, I was like, all right, you guys have now been nominated as finalists. I'm like, we're taking the whole team.
Oh.
But yeah, I was like, fuck it, we're doing it. And then, what a vibe. And there's still tinsel in the roof now.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
But God, we had a good time celebrating.
My highlights continue to be, as they are every year, not only the impact that we're making through the property stuff is like going to client meetups and meeting people for the first time, even though we've done dozens and dozens of hours of sort of catch-ups via Zoom, as you know, many of you and all of you that have been a part of. But it's just something special in meeting someone and shaking their hand and bloody all that stuff and saying, hey, thank you so much for allowing us to be part of your life. Especially the Newcastle one. You said you found that really wholesome.
Yeah, Kelly and I were saying, we even reflected the other day just how much working with clients for so many years and then actually being able to hug them, properly meet them. Like, it's true that clients become friends. Like, you get to know all the intricate parts of their life. Like, we were reflecting as well, we've had 30 clients have babies this year. Like, just those little things, like it really does matter, those relationships.
What's the second comment in the office when people's like, oh, someone's had a baby? They're like, oh, that's amazing. Someone's like, get a TV. I love the Newcastle one because it's not Australia's biggest base. We haven't gone there every year. So it's been a couple of years since we've been there. But just to see some people there that I've known for 3, 4, 5 years and meeting them for the first time, they loved it. I loved it. It's just a real sort of collaboration of things.
We're on an absolute high.
Yeah, rock and roll. What else are we going to talk about? I mean, just being invited to go to Sydney was bloody amazing, and just seeing everyone dolled up. Seeing all those photos, everyone was just on point there. It's a really cool sort of opportunity to be able to do that. And we'll get the boys to also talk about, we went down to Melbourne for Anzac Day.
Yes, that was
We're down in Melbourne every couple of months down there doing all that stuff now as well.
The site visits.
Yeah, the Veteran Games, that's been a real staple of ours as well. Yeah. I mean, have you gone out there yet?
Not this year. I didn't go this year.
Right, yeah.
But it was...
The setup out there is phenomenal.
Yeah. Even though, didn't you say...
It's a bit hot for you out there. There's not much shade. Well, it's very precious.
We do have the umbrellas that have the UV for me. Thank you very much, Axon.
Did you love seeing the podcast that I did out there? So I was with Taylor and I was with Heston's mum. I was with Heston himself and a few others and Jared Gounder and the like. So, that was really cool to see as well.
And that's going to continue each year.
Yeah. And then the last little bit that we did that I know you love the most was the retreat. Because that's you and Tam. You get together, you're like, right, where do we want to go this time?
The annual retreat.
Yes.
It's a 3-night, we take the team away for 3 nights. We do a lot of CPD. There's a lot of fun activities. But the hardest thing is keeping it a secret, especially from Robbie.
I get excited.
But yeah, it was so good. So we do, the thing that I love the most about the retreats is the letter writing. So we sit down and we do a purpose play book. We run through all the things in our life. And and then we write a letter to ourselves to open the following year. So seeing the team members actually open their letters from a year later, very emotional.
Impactful. I agree. I was talking with Ryan and Jameson here a couple of weeks ago when we did our last morning brief of the year, and just to see how much they both lean into it.
Yeah.
You know, they're fathers, they've got kids, they've got their partners, they've got their lives, they've got their Axon bits. So the depth and breadth of their letters is significant. So it's really, really cool to see. So all right, that was awesome, Angie. Thanks so much, mate. It's been a little while since you and I did a video together.
I'm so excited.
It's funny, we're literally we're so connected and intertwined in the sort of the running and the leadership of this business here, but I don't often have you on camera sitting next to me. So who's coming in to join us next?
So we've got, it's the jack of all trades and the expert at all. We've got the amazing Kelly coming to join us.
Kelly, come and join us, buddy. All right, Kel, thanks so much for joining us. And let me just say, ladies and gents, this is the dedicated client care department of Axon. It's something very, very unique. That's, not that I know of anyway, if any of our competitors got a couple of people that literally their sole job, whilst they have a couple of extra regimental duties or appointments, which is cool, but their sole job is to come in and literally answer questions every morning that have come in of people that have built houses with us 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. So welcome, girls, in the name of the client care department. Maybe Angie, start us off. Give us a bit of an idea about, so we just spoke broadly about you and I in the top of the business sort of thing. What's from a personal highlight perspective in the client care department? How's that been tracking for you?
Yeah, excellent. We were chatting before about just it's amazing seeing the success of our clients long term. Like the fact that we've been working with clients for so many years, and we're talking, some of the clients have had properties for 7, 8 years.
Yep.
So just that's been a huge highlight for us. Getting to know the clients on a deeper level. So, having dinner with the clients, chatting to them about their personal circumstances. We're constantly catching up with our tactical partners and passing on feedback and doing things sort of to
just so we're clear, when you say tactical partners, who would you say you probably speak to the most?
The agents, so the property rental managers, and also sometimes sales if circumstances change. But builders, insurers, mortgage broker, financial planner, we are able to connect the clients with the relevant
anyone that you may need
depreciation schedules.
As your sort of journey changes, there might be different people that need to be injected in, and we're the people that can link you back up.
We'll often, we've got clients that might be living in their property and then turn it into the investment property or vice versa. So and
I remember I've been part of a lot of those calls. I'm like, hey Robbie, I want to do a catch-up coaching session. I'm like, hey mate, good to see you again. What's been going on? They're like, postings come up and I've got to turn this property I've been living in for the last couple of years into an investment. Where do I start? Do you know what I'm going to do? Hi, Angie and Kelly, client care department. This is Jono. He's now getting posted. Go do that for him. I just over there and you guys basically get it done.
We love it.
Kel, I know you heard Angie and I talk about the whole Newcastle meetup, and you were with us. It was actually the three of us that were representing Axon down there.
No one else.
And Deb actually came along too.
I know Deb was there, but purely from an Axon perspective, you were behind the camera, Daniel. You're happy with that, right? But no, tell us how much, or what you thought about that. I was going to say, tell us how much you loved it, which I know that's the case, but
It was probably one of the most impactful ones because it was a lot of the clients we've had for long term, and really good to put a face to their name. And it is a whole different level of connection when you meet people face to face. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, what were some of the wins and stories and stuff they were telling you down there?
We've had when you think about for example, Pete, the fact that they've been able to sell their property and then buy their own rock.
Yeah, that's the main. Yeah, that was the main one I was talking about. Yeah, a client that he actually built through the heart of COVID.
Yeah,
wasn't the smoothest build.
Yep.
No builds were going very smooth back then, and luckily we were able to sort of keep them updated about what's going on.
Yeah,
pop out the other end. Sold the property for double their money in about a 4-year period, and now they're living in their own home.
Yeah.
When I heard that story was even happening, I was like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
We had a little bit of everything in Newcastle. There were some people right at the start of their journey. There were people under construction. There were people who had just sold. Yeah. There were people who had a few under their belt. It was really good, spread of clients. Yeah.
One of the clients was thinking about going over to the Middle East as well. So that's now happened since then.
Yes.
So it's just been really cool to sort of see all that sort of ticking over. Yeah. What about you, Kel? Any other? Let's just sort of turn the page and go through a few things. What about? Tell us about some of the highlights and improvements and some of the key wins that you actually do day to day in the client care department.
Well, you've probably seen me with a few different hats on this year. So I've been in the exec team, I've been working with client care, and also in build support. So just really adapting throughout the year to wherever we sort of need a little person to slot in. So because I'm skilled in all those little departments, it means that I can just jump in and help out the team wherever we need. So
You're also a little person, so that's great.
You are the office go-to.
But no, it's cool, right? When it's one of the girls in the build support, like, oh, hey, I've got a sick kid and need to stay at home for a couple of days. Bang, break in case of emergency. Kelly, guess what you're doing for the next couple of days?
So versatile, so adaptable, like it's
Do you remember when you first started, like if there's a little change, you're like, I don't really like change. What's your approach to change management now?
Put that on record. I'm now good with change.
Bring it on.
You have fully embraced it. Yeah.
But yeah, so from sending claims to booking your accommodation to bloody, helping with the PM. So yeah, a whole lot.
Amazing. And you've
Been
had a
great.
huge personal side.
Yeah, I'm now Auntie Kelly. So first grandchild for my parents. They're excited. My sisters just had a little baby, so excited for that.
Good stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, what an awesomely amazing time. That sort of the baby glow, the baby bubble. Yeah, so good, mate. Yeah, I love seeing the photos so far. They look
Thank
amazing.
you. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, good. What else?
All right. Have we got any other? One thing that I have loved this year is being able to see it from a client's lens with having my own investment property.
Yeah, you went through the build.
So we did. Luke and I did things very differently back in the day with having our owner up first. But yeah, just being able to see the whole process from client's lens has been amazing. So dealing with the tactical partners, going through the whole process of sourcing tenants and the lease renewal, and that's been very insightful for me this year.
Yeah. And I actually say that to some clients as well. Most of the other people that are really dedicated client facing have been a client, so they know what it's like to receive the services.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like working with Axon.
Yeah, exactly.
I started. I don't know what it's like to be on that end. I worked with some other property firms beforehand, and I too was dealing with some property companies, and I've got that experience. But it's really cool that you also decided to do that. Like even Kieran built a house here as well, so someone else of the team went through the whole experience. So yeah, good on you girls. All right, thanks so much, client care. You guys can depart. Let's bring in the next one. Who's it going to be? All right, lads, thanks so much for joining us. How you doing?
Fantastic. Absolutely ripper.
I know we spend a little bit of time in the studio here, so we're probably a little bit more familiar with it than others. But in the name of the Christmas spirit, as we're rocking and rolling here, I hope you had a fantastic year so far. I know we're sort of looking forward to passing on a couple of key Christmas messages to everybody.
I'm still looking at that vest, mate. I don't know what you just said to me.
Good news is I can't see it, so I don't care. I'll see you later.
Where did you get that thing from?
Kmart, I think.
And you usually have
Shout out to Kmart, by the way. I know the CEO follows us.
So you usually have it with no Axon shirt on underneath, just the vest.
Just the vest, nothing
Just
else.
have to wait for a couple
You don't want
of
to see
days.
what's happening below here.
When it's Christmas Day next week, you'll see it for yourself.
At least he's wearing pants today.
Commando by name, and you know the rest. Righto, here we go.
I can hear
Jesus
Tammy.
Christ.
I can hear Tammy yelling your name right now.
First thing first is Ryan, for the majority of the year, has just been you and I as the coaches.
Yeah.
And then someone had a fucking harebrained idea to like, let's turn 2 into 3.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
Well, I asked you.
Thanks, mate.
I had the harebrained idea, and then I went, the first person I better speak to is Ryan. Ryan, what do you
Maybe
think
Tammy
about
first.
Oh,
Then me.
no, it's not usually the case. It's a Tam.
And
Tammy's the last to find out.
voila, fucking James, you're no longer a property specialist. You're coming upstream to come and work with us, so mate.
Thank you.
Welcome. You're only
Good to
here
hear.
for a couple of months, but
It's been great. It feels like I've been here for a lot longer.
yeah, well, well, you have.
Because you have.
Yeah, that's right.
But
5 years in the property specialist lane to move across into coaching. I've really enjoyed it, and I will continue to enjoy it.
yeah, let's just harp on that quickly. So 5 years taking people from the process, risk, location, find property, finance approval, land settlement, and then all the way through to building approval. Like that's a super important part of the business. But now you're upstream.
Yeah.
That none of that stuff is relevant whatsoever. we don't present properties on the very first call. Just
No, we certainly
wondering. But literally, mate, tell me what it's like to be part of people's lives. I know you did a connection call even this morning. People very first
got off
call.
like 15 minutes ago. So
Was that 15-minute
Yeah.
call, like a 40-minute call?
Yeah,
I
it
must have had lots of questions. But
Yeah.
like, how fucking good is it to be part of people's lives from the initial conversation?
Yeah, it's really good. It's a lot more of a dynamic conversation because, of course, when you first start speaking to someone, the screen goes on. You just don't know what they're going to say. You don't know what they've got prepped. You don't know what questions they've got. And I love it. I actually love the fact that we can be open and transparent and not have to hide behind another screen. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a real skill, mate. There's no doubt about it. And your skills as an ex-in-core operator, Ryan, your skills as an ex-town planner overlaid with an in-core operator, it's bloody awesome. What have you seen as a bit of a sort of a client wins trend, Ryan, that you've experienced?
I think broadly speaking this year, not specifically for a client, but for a number of clients, is their ability to acquire a second or third property based off the decision to take actions and get into the market 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Particularly in the Southeast Queensland region, that's performed very well over the last sort of 4 years.
Yeah.
The growth, the plans that they've put in place, the discipline that they've maintained, they've come back around and said, hey, we're ready to go again, or we want to go again.
Yeah.
And we say, all right, let's see if you're ready.
Yeah.
Let's put a plan in place. And there's been a lot.
Yeah, how good is it? You've been a coach nearly 3 years. Give it like another 6 weeks or so, that'll be your 3-year mark. So you've been part of that journey and part of that experience.
Yeah.
What is literally the feeling like when, the balloon goes up and, Angie's maybe reaching out to them in the client care department from the girls who just sat here before, and it was a client that you met on their first conversation 3 years ago. They went through the Axon sort of model. They know the parachute opens and like, I want to do that again.
Yeah.
I know. Can I speak to Ryan? Like, how does that personally feel?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I say to them, you're about to enter a very small portion of the Australian population as a property investor with 2 properties.
More than one.
Yeah, more than one.
Yeah.
And you see their faces light up and go, oh, wow. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
So
it's
good.
really cool.
One of the things, if you're interested about what I think that's gone on so far this year.
Go for it.
Good question. I've loved being part of clients that I've met 5, 6, 7 years ago, which is sort of beyond the realm of what your journey's been so far. And they've got 1, 2, 3 properties with us. And they're like, situations changed, want to do a mini restructure. We now want to move into our own home. Doesn't need to be the forever home, but that, effectively they now restructure their portfolio, sell off 1, 2, or in some cases 3 properties, put a massive deposit down in their own home, very small mortgage, and they're just so much closer to financial freedom. It's just, it's so cool to be a part of. Yeah. So I can't wait for another 3, 4, 5 years to go by where you've got clients from 6, 7 years ago, which will also be having those conversations because I'll be fucking playing golf somewhere in Manila by then. I don't know why I said Manila, but that's where we're going anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ryan, back to you quickly. What's another sort of market shift and sort of trend that we've seen so far?
I think a big one this year has been tighter lending.
Tighter lending.
Tighter lending.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and, working closely with Deb, we know borrowing capacities, even though interest rates have been coming down a number of times this year, banks are applying a bit more scrutiny to the lending space. No dramas, that's okay. We work closely with Deb, and the big shift has been the ability to find some alternate lending for people that need a little bit more assistance getting into the market. Yeah.
What Ryan's talking about there is that, if your numbers come back and you can borrow like, I don't know, $300,000 going to some of the more traditional lending, that's obviously not going to be able to buy you another property.
Yeah.
But if you sort of think outside the box and there's some other lenders out there, because remember, Deb and many other brokers have got access to 30 or 40 lenders, not just like the top 5 or 6 they use. So, maybe then we've literally seen it. That's been people's Willy Wonka ticket. For those of you that are old enough to remember or know what a Willy Wonka ticket is, you not borrow 300, you can now borrow 650, and guess what? You're in the game.
You're back in the game.
Why wouldn't you do that? It's a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
Right? Yeah. What about you, James? Like when we've got more scrutiny on lending and, even people are getting into the market at first, and those, if you're entering the market and you don't have a bunch of equity, you don't qualify for using that alternate lending. So don't come to us and go, oh, what's this alternate lending? I got 40 grand saved. Let's go. Like you've got to already have a property with a fair bit of equity to make that scenario be safe for you. But for those clients that are at a slightly lower price point, what has that meant for us, James, about where we're operating now? For those that haven't been following along at home.
Newsflash, the Melbourne market's actually done very well, and it will continue to go well, not just for in the current space, but also from a price point getting into the market, or even not just for your first, but your second or third. People have, people come with us with 2 or 3 properties and they're still buying in the Melbourne market. So that says it itself. It's not just about early entry price points. It's about belief in that market, and that's what evidently is happening right now.
Yeah, if we just use like a generic example of a client that comes to us, it's generally a single person in the military.
Mm-hmm.
They, might be on 100 grand a year. They're like a corporal and above sort of thing.
Yep.
Pay rates are pretty good these days in the military, which is wonderful to see. And even if they got 100 grand saved, they're buying like a $650,000 property.
Yep.
And Ryan, to your point, you said before about people being able to buy other properties based on the actions they took a few years ago with the Southeast Queensland properties that are now like 850 and above.
Yeah.
If you're at 650 or 700, you're not buying in Southeast Queensland.
No.
So get where you're going to buy.
Yeah.
You don't want to go out to like bumfuck nowhere. You want to go
Townsville.
all that.
Not from here.
At least there's another global city, a major capital city in Australia that you can now go down and be a part of. So
a long
that's
track
sort of
record of growth.
The so what there, Let's go, James. Switch across to you. Personal highlights through the year, mate. That's all the work stuff out the way. What's the personal stuff been?
I think mine this year is this year is like the second full year that we've been in my own home in the Goldie with the wife and kids, of course. Turning that house into a home was probably a big one. Creating memories. It was actually one of my goals for our last retreat is to make the house more of a home and have feelings and memories involved in it. And I've absolutely done that this year.
When you say, have you been like tinkering with the house? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, always. There's always jobs to do. Thanks, Caitlin. Landscaping, repainting something, new wall, feature wall, whatever it may be. There's something that we can do. And that's what's been great is to be able to actually go, we're going to change this and we can do it. Just making that personalized touches on the home to actually make it our own. It's great.
It's the best thing, like when you get out of and when you've been smart with your property choices, like both of you, all of us have, and you're now living in your own home, you don't need to ask the landlord about whether you can fucking put a hook on the wall. As a very basic example, you can tinker as much as you want.
Yep.
But again, we're not in the rock and roll the posting cycle anymore.
No.
We've put our roots down. We're out and we can take back control of our lives.
Yeah.
So Rhino, what about you, mate? Personal goal for the year, personal achievement?
Couple of highlights. I couldn't really split them. One was just the first family overseas holiday. We did Fiji with the 2 rugrats.
I said to him, I'm like, hey, when you go over there, they do Vegas pause. And he's like, that'll be fine, mate. Nick, what happened?
Yeah, I think I sent you a text and went, shit, you're not wrong.
Couple of gins at the side of the pool.
Pina coladas at 10 a.m. I was in bed by midday. So there was that one, and then at the close of this year, at sort of the death of the year, we bought our forever home. I mean, we don't have forever. We don't have that forever, but so my wife and I, Amanda, we bought a property when we got out of the military up here on the Gold Coast, and we've sold that and now bought a significantly larger home for the kids to grow in, which has been a huge goal of ours. Yeah. And if I come full circle, that home, back to your restructuring sort of comment, I was reflecting on this the other day. That's all started with the first property that we bought with Axon.
Yeah, right.
Back in Newcastle. Without doing that, I don't think we would probably be able to achieve what we've done.
I love the comment. I still remember the story. Amana found us online and she's like, hey, babe, I've been following these people online. You're like, who are these pricks trying to take our money? Or something like that.
Background checks and
full circle.
Here we are.
What's going on? Yeah. All right, lads. See you later. Fantastic. Thanks for an awesome year. See you soon. Thanks, bud. Ta-da. Yup. All right, how good was that having Ryan and James talk to us with the property specialist stuff? And boom, no, that was fucked. Hey, how many cuts are we gonna have?
No,
Hey, how good was that having Ryan and James coming in here and talking about the coaching stuff? That's my primary role in the business, whilst I've got this other stuff to do as well. But hey, presto, we've got Damo and Justin from the property specialist team. Simo's away. That's all right. There'd normally be 4 of us sitting here, but lads, I have considered the property specialist role the engine room of the business for many, many years. Because at the end of the day, the coaches, we find clients and then they want to be part of our long-term coaching program. But if you guys can't find them suitable properties and teach them about the process and have them feeling good about the risks involved, the rest of the business and the build support and the client care, they don't have a job. So it's really important that what you guys are doing is, fundamental to the client's journey. So thank you for everything that you do. I know both of you have seen some market trends over the last 12 months, and you've got a couple of personal things to go through as well. Damo, I'll start with you. You might have just heard myself and James and Ryan talk about the shift to Melbourne based on price point.
Yep.
But as we're all aware, every state has its own road rules, for instance.
Yep.
Like they got those fucking stupid hook turns down in Melbourne CBD, which I nearly get fucking run over with half the time.
Only Melbourneites like that.
I know,
Yeah.
but therefore every state's also got their own property terms and sort of the way they do stuff down there. What are some of the trends that you've seen? So, give us a bit of an insight about, oh, cool, we're in Melbourne now, but if you bought a property in South East Queensland, it's quite often not the exact same process.
Yeah, and because of how many developers there are down there that we're working with, and they've all got different terms.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's, I don't know, might not get a finance clause. Which
Right.
is something we're used to up in South East Queensland. It's kind of standard up here, but down there it's probably the exception to get some.
It's just not the way they do it.
So explaining that to the clients early on so they know, that it's safe for them to continue because we've already got their calculated their borrowing power with Deb.
Yep.
Make sure that they're safe to move forward and they know what is at risk if they need to pull out for whatever reason.
Yeah. Good news is no one's ever gone down the gurgler with that so far.
That's right.
Right, that's good.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Yeah. And I suppose another big difference is the size of the blocks down there.
Right.
Like compared to up in Queensland, everyone wants a big block. Down there, it's a lot more common to get that smaller size block, get a smaller house on there. It's the norm down there. And if you haven't lived down there and you see something, you're like, oh, that's quite smaller than what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
But people down there live in it.
Yeah.
They're used to it.
That's one of those things, right? I don't mind saying that the Ripley Valley in the Western Corridor of Queensland has been a really happy hunting ground for the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the blocks there were like between 300 and 450, for instance.
Yeah.
300 was the smallest one there, no worries. And there's going to be 140,000 people that live in the Ripley Valley over, between now and sort of, 2040, another 10, 15 years away.
Yeah.
Down in the Western Growth Corridor of Melbourne, there's going to be over 1 million people living in that area. So people can't be having 300, 400 square metre blocks because they're just not going to fit everyone in.
Yeah.
So it is a higher dense population down there, but therefore they need to chop up the blocks sooner. More, I should say. So it's the government telling the council, who's telling the developers from their development application, hey, stop having these fucking massive blocks. Like one of the big developers that I saw down there only last week, they're like, oh, one of the stages coming up's got a lot of 448 and 350s and 400 blocks in it. We can't sell them. No one wants them. So we're now going to redo that zone, stage 8 alpha it is, and we're going to chop them up into, smaller blocks that allow people that are, it's more appropriate from a price point of view, but it's also the demand about what's out there.
Yeah. Why have one house or one big block with one big house when you can have two?
Exactly.
I guess to add to that, the builders are having to configure their designs to suit those blocks.
Yeah.
So they build their houses down there with no eaves, for example, so they can put them in a lot tighter to be able to meet that development. So,
It looks weird when you first see it. I took a photo of Joel, you guys know, one of our builders up here in South East Queensland. I'm like, have a look at these houses. Like, oh, that's fucking horrible. But I'm like, it's just different. It's
normal.
everywhere. It's normal down here. Having a metre eve and then a metre between houses is what's normal up here. Having a fucking 50 mil gap between houses with a gutter on the roof, that's all they need. And that's normal down there for them.
Yep.
So yeah, good pick up, Justin. I've loved that for sure. And Damo, to your point, so the contract stuff are different, but sometimes the deposit's different as well. So up here, $1,000 deposit, finance clause, no dramas. Down there, it might be 5% deposit on the land, no finance clause.
Yep.
It's just different. And the sooner we're able to communicate that to everybody, and of course, managing people's expectations, the sooner you know that, the better. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Justin, what about you, mate? From a professional perspective, what were some? Because you and I went down to Melbourne for the first time, or you came down with me. What are sort of some of the trends that you've seen down there? Some of your memorable moments.
I guess, as you said, we went down there a couple of months ago to see the scale of what is happening down there is on a different level to what's happening up here in South East Queensland.
It really is.
That many developments occurring down there by like a heap of different organisations, but the amount of money is being put into them is on a different level. And it's just good to get down there and meet up with developers and build that relationships. And as we learnt, we were able to secure some blocks by building that relationship at the airport, bringing clients on the go, and they were so excited just for us to be able to have that relationship and then be able to provide them something.
Let me put that fidelity in a position for you. So one of the master plan communities that we had not bought in so far or helped our clients buy in, we went to the land sales office. They showed us the video, spoke to the agent down there, beautiful big model and everything about there's the schools, there's the shopping centres. And I'm like, well, holy fuck, this is a lot more significant than what you can get off the webpage. And she loved talking to us so much. By the time we'd even gone to the airport, there's 3 blocks exclusive to you guys at what you wanted. You were on the phone. I'm getting him a fucking.
Let it know he was my lucky for a few hours.
I was like, bro, these are your clients. Get on the phone. Tell them that you've now got something. And we're literally doing deals and dropping EOIs at the airport. I was almost like, I've created a fucking monster here.
I think he was already a monster.
But but no, kudos to you, mate. Like, for you to be able to go down there and see it with your own eyes and like, shit, look at the schools, look at the shops, look at the medical centres, look at the infrastructure, look at the money. And you've bought 3 properties up here in South East Queensland, so you know what you're talking about. But it's just, again, it's different down there.
And it just allows me to give a better insight to the clients when we are going through that location brief. I can actually talk about where things are and how they look on the ground, because I've had a perspective from my own eyes instead of just looking at some mapping.
Yeah,
which is excellent.
And guess what? You'll be coming down again next year.
Mate, I'm on every trip if I can.
Especially when the footy's on.
Yeah, when the footy's on.
Hey, let's and Damo, one of the memorable moments that you and I had, I coached him, you found the property, but how much was the property?
Yeah, first one, over $1 million house and land.
Woo!
It's I've been here 6.5 years. First one to see that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a massive block. It wasn't a massive house. It's just how the prices are.
And it's in an awesome area though.
Yeah, it is.
I would love all of our clients to be able to build houses in the area, but unless your budget's $1 million, it's no good me telling you where it is. It's irrelevant to you.
Yeah, and he lives up here and he didn't even blink.
No.
Like, yep, no worries.
Because he's seen the growth in his house, which is only a few suburbs away.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's bloody great, mate. Let's do personal stuff. Back to you, Justin. Personal highlight.
I guess
plural.
Yeah, I've got a couple. So I exited the military last year and, joined the Axon team, which was excellent. It's been excellent. Just becoming a veteran of and taking off the green and putting on a new shirt. It's been a really good experience and I'm really enjoying it. The other one's been welcoming my second child. It was an experience for us to get to that point, but yeah, it's been really great to be there for him because my first child, I was deployed in the first 6 months of his life. So it's been different for me. I'll experience that from giving birth, my wife giving birth. Yeah.
Did we build that house with your wife, or you got deployed when you were a client?
Yes, that's correct. I was deployed. So a lot was going on. There's always a lot going on in my life, as everyone knows here in the Axon team.
I've got a lot on my plate. Oh, that's pretty cool. What did you get up to on the weekend? I put 5 fucking more things on my plate. I'm like, bro, slow down a bit.
Let's get a bigger plate.
Eat a bigger plate.
Yeah, and then toppled with that, I decided to purchase a block on the Gold Coast, and as Cap pretty much gave birth, I was signing contracts for a house. So yeah, a lot going on, but yeah, I wouldn't like it any other way. So
how good's that, mate? By hopefully about this time next year, we'll be celebrating the build of that property, and James was just talking before about you can make that house your home. I know that you'll be tinkering with your house for many years to come after it's finished.
Yeah, I am a bit of a tinkerer, but it's just good to be able to not rent. Like I've lived in DHA houses a lot of my life. But they serve a purpose, cheap rent. But ultimately, you want your own house in the long run. So being able to do that is really exciting.
Awesome. And Damo, of course, your kids were already part of your life by the time you started Axon, but they were a lot younger back then. What, 6-7 years ago? How have you seen them evolve, and how's your family tracking into the last 12 months and what they're doing for Christmas?
Yeah, they have evolved a lot. We'll say that. So my eldest has finished school. My son is about to go into year 12 next year. Zoe, the youngest, is about to go into year 6. So when everyone here first met them, it was like little kids. Yeah. And now, especially Jai, not so little kids.
Yeah, that's right.
So we just got a bit of local stuff going on for Christmas. Mum and my sister will come down and we'll have a nice big family. Well, not all the family. That happened earlier in the year, which is a bit of a highlight for me, was getting all my brothers and sisters together for Mum's birthday.
Awesome.
That last time that happened was 20 years ago.
Wow, good on you.
Because it just spread all over the country.
We get it.
It's everyone put in a bit of effort and made the trip. So that was a nice
last
memory.
Good. And I love seeing that time-lapse video last week of you and the kids putting up your Christmas tree.
Yeah. Every year.
Get a bigger tree, mate.
Yeah.
My wife told you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Jai's as tall as me.
Yeah.
And he's towering over the tree.
Yeah.
So.
What are we wrong? 6'4"?
Yeah.
Yeah. 16-year-old?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
No, he's
Yeah.
Probably got a bit more growing in him too, I reckon. He'll overtake me.
Bit more growing up here, bit more growing up here, and a bit more growing in here.
Yes, hopefully all of the above.
You can see an amazing mentor for you, mate. That's great. All right, fellas, thanks so much. The effort you put in and the properties you find and the care that you show and the diligence that you put forward, it's literally one of the clients absolutely love you both, with under the awesome tutelage of the great man, Dave Simpson, who can't be with us right now. So, have a good rest of the, the period here and have a great Christmas break.
Yep.
Back, bigger, better, faster.
Hopefully not too much bigger.
2026.
Let's get it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, boys. Have a great day.
Can't leave without saying, great shirt, mate.
Oh, I can't see it. Doesn't matter. All right, and boom, just like that, we got the build support team with us. Hello, Caitlin and Karina. Girls, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Give me a high five. Rock and roll.
Watch out.
Hey, what an awesome year.
Oh yeah.
Holy
Absolutely.
shit.
What are you?
We've just been talking to the coaches about what's been going on.
Yeah.
We've talking to the property specialists about what's going on. Kelly and Ange were talking about what was happening in the client care department. But you know what? The actual item that people buy when they use our services is a house.
Correct.
All right? And guess what? You help them build that house.
That we do. That we do.
So yeah, girls, I can't wait for you to share with me what's been going on in the industry and a couple of personal and professional highlights as we say bye to everyone for 2025.
Awesome.
Rock and roll. Who wants to start us off?
Oh my gosh, what a year it's been.
Yeah.
I've actually returned from mat leave this year, and it's been the first time I think that I've had to really juggle professional life and mum life, and it's just been, I don't know, a really successful year. I feel like that's been a goal I've kicked, and I've just been so excited to come back on deck and help everyone through their build journey this year. Had a lot going on.
Fun fact, Karina and I used to work together back in the other firm, back in like nearly 10 years ago, hey?
Actually, last month marked my 10 years in the industry. So we've known each other 10 years now, and 2 years with Axon.
Yeah, it's so good. So, mate, it's so good that we've been able to reconnect now. So, yeah, it's been wonderful to see your journey and your evolution of, normal Karina and then mum Karina, which is the new normal.
Normal to mum.
Yeah. It's like the pre and post tax numbers on a property. It's like the pre and post mum.
Yes, that's great.
Oh
my gosh.
Don't I?
Yep.
What have you enjoyed? What have you enjoyed the most about this year?
I think really the connection with clients, like seeing their build journeys from start to finish. The level of interaction that we have with our clients has been really impactful for me, and I just love helping all of our clients. Also, the trips down to Melbourne have been amazing to get our feet on the ground. Yeah, it's
so good. I mean, every client in the coaching lane, the property specialist lane, and obviously they flow down to your lane. They're all really unique. Would you agree? Like every client call you do is not the same, even though you talk about the same stuff.
Yes.
Their level of involvement, their level of capacity to undertake it. Sometimes they're on a ship, sometimes they're overseas, sometimes they're, very busy at work. They're like, you guys just do it and just let me know what's going on. Like, have you personally found the dynamic nature of the different client styles certainly keeps things interesting, hey?
Oh, it definitely does keep things interesting. I mean, we've got people that I've never even spoken to, and they're halfway through their build and they're just trusting me that I'm taking them on the right journey, which of course I am. But yes, we definitely have people that are overseas, they're deployed, they just live overseas as well. And it's honestly so crazy the amount of trust that they do have in us to just help them, and we've got their future in our hands, and it's absolutely amazing. But on my scale of uniqueness of our clients is whether they laugh at my jokes or don't laugh at my jokes. So that shows me how unique they are.
They get the shitty type of humor from me from the very first couple of videos they see.
Well, they get to it by the time they get to us then.
Well, they get like world-class humor from me. So.
Yeah, and how good have you been, may I say? Like, how amazing is this lady in front of the camera? Hopefully you've seen her a few times doing a couple of things. And then, of course, when we went to the Veteran Games, you're like, oh, there's a podcast. Daniel's like, all right, let's start the podcast. I'm like, Caitlin, Robbie, sit down. I'm like, what do you want us to talk about? And we just sat there and jawed off, and it was... I don't know if it was funny, but I enjoyed doing it.
I enjoyed listening to it.
I think it was funny because I didn't know what to say. I'm like, oh my God, look at everything that's happening around us. I'm like, how do people walk up walls?
On the other end of the scale, so what you guys both described then was people that are doing investment properties where it's not like an emotional purchase. It's like, sweet, let's build a house. We know it's going to get done with somebody who's going to help us out. It's going to make us money. It's going to secure our financial future. Other end of the scale, of course, is owner-occupiers.
Yes.
Take us through a bit of a journey there. Maybe KB, start us off there about, or who's had more owner-occupiers between the two of you?
Caitlin, I think I've got a few coming through now.
Yeah.
But what's the main differences?
The main difference is that they just have their entire heart into it. They want to know the colours, they want to know the layouts, they want to know where your electrical power points are going. They want to know it all, which is amazing because, you know, you have been through that process of building your own occupied house. So have I. And I definitely love it. And I definitely sit there with them and I'm understanding it. You know, this is a lot going into it. This is their family home. And I think the biggest thing for me and being able to understand where they're coming from is just being out on site with them. You walk through that property with them, you look at those tiles, you look at those paint defects or some silly stuff that's happening at the property, but it's like you really get to know these clients and who they are. And that's what I love about it more than anything else. And even with the investment properties, I won't leave them out because they're still great. But even going to site inspections with them and seeing the progress come to life and their future come to life, like that's what I love the most. I love being out on site. I mean, if I was a trade, I'd be loving life, but I'm not. So don't ask me to pick up a hammer.
If I was a trade and I saw someone with an Axon shirt, I'd be like, oh dear, they're going to hold my feet to the...
I had that. I rocked up to a build and the site supervisor saw me coming and he goes, oh geez, here's trouble. And I'm like, I'm nice. I'm just going to tell you how it is.
Yeah, we're here representing the interests of the client. And I mean, Karina, you would have seen yourself plenty of times over the years. How awesome is it when someone's building their own home and going through all those selections and the keys get handed over and we open the door, we're like, welcome home.
So nice to be involved in that celebration. I think that's such a huge milestone for the clients. And yeah, it's one of the most exciting, I think, milestones of the whole journey for them.
Yeah.
We offer the same level of support to our owner ocs as we do our, investors, but it's slightly different type of support, I think, and a very different journey for owner ocs.
Yeah, well, they're going on a different journey. Like the reasons they're here fundamentally are different. So, of course, it's going to be tailored to suit their circumstances.
Yeah.
We've heard both the other teams already so far talk about the sort of shift down to Melbourne.
Oh,
Both of you have been down to Melbourne before.
Yeah.
We're all going again early next year, which should be great. Karina's going to go down for a site visit. You're going to come down with me and Ange for a sort of strategic partner meeting there to further complement and enhance everyone's services. How good are the build times down there?
Oh my gosh. We are seeing really incredible build time frames down in Vic.
When you say incredible, you're talking about incredibly fast.
It's incredibly fast.
Yes.
It presents a unique set of challenges as well. So we've really worked hard this year to collaborate, tighten our processes, because that's something that we've put to be across to make sure that our clients are feeling supported, that nothing gets missed, because with these exciting fast build timeframes also means there's a lot of concurrent activity happening.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, just to sort of put couch in broader perspective for you, if you've got a build that's going to take you 10 or 11 months to build, as opposed to like 4 or 5 months to build, when you're paying interest on that loan whilst the build is occurring, remember you don't pay stamp duty on the house, you save yourself, say, 20, 25 grand in interest. It's the difference between paying 20 grand in interest or 10 grand in interest. Like that's definitely, it's in your favour and in your best interest to make sure the house is being built as fast as possible. But this is without cutting corners.
Correct.
Talk to me about the quality as well. Like, what are the professional photos, the building inspection reports? Like, that's where the rubber real hits the road.
Yeah.
It's easy to be super fast on stuff, but not if we're cutting corners and the build is shit.
Oh, no, correct. And that's why we have these defect inspectors that go through the properties. We do 2 inspections, which is super, super important. But we are seeing the exact same amount of defects even in Queensland, where, we have been in Queensland for a lot longer and we know exactly what we're going to get with all of our builders, up here. So to have that in Victoria and have, the same amount of defects, which is what we are used to seeing, and even lower, it's just amazing. The timeframes, the defects, the quality of the builds, it's just amazing.
Yeah. Both of you probably don't see it through the lens of like, oh, where's the shops, where's the schools, where's the infrastructure? No dramas into that. It's to see the actual house itself. But are you, like, Karina, have you also been impressed about what you see when you go down there, about the scale of everything?
Yeah, the sheer scale of everything going on down there is very impressive.
I am. I'm impressed about the kebab shops.
Oh, yeah, don't let me hang. Fun fact, it's one of our favourite foods, and we're like, let's go get a kebab when we go to western parts of Melbourne.
We're so bloody dirty. It's so gross, but I love it. It's my bad food.
It's a bit of garlic sauce, bit of sweet chili, and it's good. Yes, if you like your kebabs and gyros, get down there.
We'll come to Axon and we'll shout you a kebab.
What about personally, Karina? Let's sort of finish off here. How has personally your year been so far?
My year personally has been amazing, to be honest.
Great.
Yeah, like I've got a now 19-month-old, and it's just been a really amazing year to be able to watch her grow and develop. And I feel like she's part of the Axon family too. You know, when I started at Axon, I was pregnant with her. So yeah, Luna's just, I think, part of the Axon family. And yeah, it's just been a pretty special year, to be honest.
And quite often we got to see Luna a fair bit because just due to a couple of stuff on your end, you were working from home on Fridays, which means the Friday meeting, 11 a.m, you were doing via Zoom. Guess who's sitting on your lap?
She likes to dial in, particularly to the end of
She's probably sitting there nice and quiet. As soon as the Zoom pops up, and you would have said,
She's like,
with
She'll
your kids over the years as well.
Yeah.
Like, you've been playing on your thing over there and now you want to come and talk on a bloody work Zoom call.
yeah, they're just like, oh, you're buying a house? Okay, I'll sit here and buy a house with you.
Yeah, I'm convinced she looks at the time and goes, oh, yep, I'll wake up from my nap now. Time for the weekly wrap.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mate, as long as you feel like we're supporting you and respecting you and loving you and just giving you the space to be a mum and a professional, build support person, then that's the most that matters to me anyway. Yeah. What about you, mate, personally? And then the last thing we'll do, we'll finish off and wow the shit out of people with some stats.
Okay, sure. Personally, well, I have been a mum a little bit longer than you have. So, what is it, 14 years, 15 years? I've been a mum, which is absolutely crazy.
10 when you started?
About that. But yeah, I have been a mum for a very long time. So the moment I got into my 30s, it all shifted from the mum mode. I really wanted to start focusing on myself and prioritizing my health, my happiness. And so this year, it doesn't sound much because a lot of our viewers do mandatory PT, but this is the first year in my life that I've actually stuck to going to the gym, which is absolutely amazing. So I do feel so much stronger and happier and healthier in my body. And I just think that, for 2026, that's another one of my focuses is going to be just about my own happiness.
We're very good friends outside of Axon.
We are a little bit too good of a friends outside of Axon.
And to see you go on that journey and see you commit, like I know it was, a couple of months ago, we had like a client dinner or something, and normally like, yeah, fucking let's go home and have some pre-dinner drinks and whatever else. You're like, no, I'm going to the gym first. And I was like, fucking good on you, girl. Like it's so you have fully committed to it this year. It's been amazing to see.
I mean, I go to the client dinners now or the builder dinners now, and I'm just walking like a little baby deer because my legs are too sore.
Because that's because you're doing 400 kilo squats.
My God, I squat so much.
No, good on you, girls. It's been a wonder to see. Like, I know you're both juggling very busy home lives. And, we've all got stuff going on in our lives, but the fact you've got stuff going on with your kids, and Karina, even though Luna's quite small and your kids are a little bit older, the types of things you need to be able to navigate as a mum, they never go away. They just become different.
No,
Agreed?
that's it. Yeah, great.
I feel like we've got a whole bunch of babies though. Like while our clients are investing in property, we're really invested in their journeys. I feel like we're constantly, feeling like we've got a bigger family than we do.
There is a big squeal, mainly from you. I'm like, guess what? Trent and Becky are having a kid. And you're like, oh my God.
Every single time a client tells me that they're pregnant, I'm always screaming. I would have about 10 million babies if I could, but unfortunately can't. I'll get fired. Scratch that. But no, I love the kids, and I love hearing that, our clients' families are growing, because it just makes my heart warm.
Speaking about families growing, how many builds have you guys been a part of so far, and what are the projections looking like in the last few days of the year?
In terms of key handovers this year, we've had 82 so far, and the projection by the end of next week, 97.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that is so good. Like, look at the impact that we're having on people's lives. It's, well done, girls. Like, that's I know that we've recently, just a side note, thankfully we've had someone come and join us now. Kiana, who's a bit crook today, can't be with us. But I know both of you have been busy in doing mum life and Axon life and training someone else and maintaining tempo and going out to site visits and keeping everyone happy. It's a fucking lot.
We are pretty much two Wonder Womans in the office. We're just absolutely amazing at what we do. So.
I appreciate both of you. There's no doubt about it. The huge amount of repeat clients that Ryan and James spoke about before, they all come back and use our services. not because of the time frame or the coaching that they got. It's because
matter.
of the experience they've had throughout the build. And I know the level of care and attention and just overall effort that both of you put into it is just bloody through the roof. So thank you so much, girls. Well done.
No, thank you. But I think like another big one for Karina and I, what we wanted to say as well, which is one of our highlights, is yes, going down to Melbourne for the site visits, but also the meetups. Like I love hanging out with our clients. It really just makes us feel like we're just such a big happy family. So
yeah. You just love the extra sausage rolls and the chips and everything at the meetups.
I don't eat any of that. I'm a gym girl, you know. I just drink the wine.
No, it's really good. It's to see both of your happy, smiley faces at those client meetups and welcoming people there. It's so good. It's no good me doing it. They're like, oh, there's RT. You're like, oh, how you going?
Oh, well, some people don't actually know your name because you don't even wear your name tag.
I've said to everyone, I'm like, well, how come, Robbie, you're at the client meetup. How come you haven't got your name tag on? I'm like, if people don't know who I am, they're at the wrong meetup. All right, see you next year, girls. Thank you. See ya.
Bye. We got rid of Robbie. It's my show now.
And here we are.
We're with the marketing team. My 3 men of amazing marketing skills are here you guys have just killed it this year. I'm so proud of you guys.
Marketing tripod, we call ourselves.
Yeah. Take that what you will.
But we've had a pretty exciting year. I mean, there was a lot of talk, a lot of begging for a PlayStation 5 for quite some time.
Christmas is soon.
We thought you were bringing us in here to unwrap the PlayStation 5. Is that not what's happening?
Yeah.
That's the only reason we agreed to come on camera.
To America. All the way to America. And they still go, could we get a PlayStation 5?
It's so great on this big screen.
I took you guys to Disneyland. No, we've had a really great year. Lots of people, lots of impact this year. Kieran, you want to talk about some of the campaigns that we've run?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we have our staples of tax time, reaching out to the ABF and just trying to hit that community however we can. But I feel like just individually, we've all gotten so much better within our roles, which has kind of allowed us to dive into other spaces.
I think a big thing as well we've noticed this year is all the work that we've previously done has built up so much momentum. So as much as you hate it, your ad work is like a lot less than we've previously done because we are having a lot of repeat and referral clients, and obviously that brings the marketing spend down. So Kieran loves to save $1 as well. He's always my little Scrooge there, which every business owner loves those kind of people in the business. Daniel, on the other hand, spends all my money.
He saves the money so I can spend the money.
Yes, exactly.
We need more lights.
I literally just said to him last month, I was like, we dropped the budget a fair bit over ads. He's like, great, I can get a rig. I can get a rig up here. I'm like, sure.
There's always something. And your lens and your camera. And it was like, oh yeah, what else is on my Christmas list this year?
We're talking to the people that appreciate it, though. These are the people that like.
All right, what else?
I mean, we can talk about the America trip, which was awesome. I went to Social Media Marketing World.
I didn't just take them to Disney.
Yeah, it was nice. That was the first stop.
That nice.
So he wants to come to Disneyland. We all put our hands up the quickest.
So our lane has shifted a ton over the last year, really, with obviously the fast-moving AI and what it is. So the purpose of that trip was to really immerse ourselves in it, figure out how best we can all use it within our lanes, and just, take this thing to the moon.
There is that balance with AI. Like, there's so much technology coming out, and it's so important to find that balance between using it to help rather than just take over. And you want to stay authentic and who you are and true to yourself and true to the core of Axon. So there is a fine balance when you're using AI, and I think we've really nailed that in terms of making sure we're still authentic to ourselves and using it more for productivity hacks. And I know, Daniel, you use it a lot for finding clips in our content for what
performs best.
Yeah. But what comes with that, like saying like that it all did become so like our eyes were open to AI and its uses. But at the same sense, it was also like, okay, so if this is the new landscape, to be able to present our best authentic selves to the internet and to the audience and the people who are trying to find us, it was by giving them more access to us in longer form. And I think we had that pivot too, that we now produce and give out a lot more longer form content for people to really get to be on the inside of what we're thinking and what we're doing and why. Because with so much AI out there, it's so easy to distrust what you're hearing now.
Yeah.
Why do we do stuff like this, right?
Yeah, and just being raw and real and authentic, as you've just seen with Robbie. You know, I sit there and get a few cringes going on of listening to him. Thankfully, we've got a great editor for some of it. My gosh. If only you saw the outtakes.
Yeah, this is the stuff we leave in, guys.
But I'm sure, like, and I'd love to hear, I'm sure you guys love seeing that kind of content from us, being raw, real, authentic, and, you know, being our true selves, the humorous and, yeah, dysfunctional and, like, silly and all the rest of it that we are. So, yes. We're always trying to be fun and positive and caring, but also still be ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, I think Robbie was going through and doing all the personal highlights and then professional highlights for each person. Got our poor, sad British boy over in the corner there, hasn't said a word.
Oh.
Just waiting for his Christmas. Yeah, wait one time to talk.
What's been your highlight this year, Kieran?
Oh, no, not your turn, mate.
That's not my turn. It's not even his name.
Too many K's in the mind.
And in his, like, you hired them both, Kieran and Killen.
I actually spelled his name wrong on his initial contract.
Yeah.
The first time I sent it to him, and he's like, by the way, you spelled my name wrong.
I think there was about like 3 times. You were ill at the time, so I was like, I'll let it slide, but I will hold it.
Got my shit together here. Wow. Although for Killen, Robbie has the nickname Kevin. So after an agency called him the wrong name on email several times. So
yeah, they just kept calling me Kevin, and it stuck. So at this point, any name beginning with a K, I'll take. That's me now. But yeah, my personal highlights has just been traveling loads of Australia this year. I've seen so many different parts of the country. I've been to Tasmania, Melbourne, Sydney a few times, to Byron, Noosa. I've just seen so much of the country, and it's such a beautiful country.
Yeah.
So it's just cool that is on the doorstep for me now.
Was the Byron and Noosa us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Well,
the Axon travel company.
Yeah, exactly. Noosa was definitely. Byron was last year, but I've also been back multiple times because I love it down in Byron. Or up in Byron? Down in Byron. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Noosa was great as well, the retreat, seeing that place and the things that Axon have allowed me to do, travel in these places. Like a few of those trips have definitely been with Axon. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kirk.
Okay, I see what we're doing.
Another key name.
It's like,
what's been your highlight?
Yeah, well, I joked in the show notes that I got my hair sorted. If you'll remember last year, I had a lot of facial hair and just the absolute... I cut my hair and Dub was like, you look 5 years younger.
Yeah,
and when I can only take that as an insult for how I was a week ago.
You do look younger and you look much nicer.
Cheers. We'll have to go back on. But yeah, that's my big personal highlight.
That was probably Robbie's dig more than anything we said. He loves to have a dig it.
Yeah, similar to
everything.
Yeah, for me personally, excited to hopefully be an Australian citizen soon. Apply for my citizenship. I think maybe come February, March will be when I get that call. Email, I should say. That was great. And then similar to Keelan, just the amount of travel we've done also just within the company, going down south was a ton of fun. I got to go back home to Canada, see friends and family, which was awesome.
Latched on a little Canada home trip after America.
Yeah, I figured if we're in San Diego.
After we got him on a roller coaster for... Yes. You know, not a roller coaster kind of guy.
No, absolutely not.
But you know, I'm quite convincing.
You guys, I would have had FOMO, and I'm glad I did it, and I handled it well.
And he didn't spew.
Didn't spew.
Bribed him to get on with the PS5. Similar here.
on.
I'll literally go to a play park and get on a swing set and feel queasy. Genuinely.
I think you got car sick in my car.
Oh yeah. The Tesla just
Sitting in the garage. Sitting in the driveway. Got car sick.
Yeah, Leo's like, do you want to go on the swings? I'm like, I'll push you. I'm not going to get on it.
She's like, I'm a grown woman, I don't need to push. I can use my legs like an adult. Speaking of FOMO though, those Star Wars helmets that we did not get in Disneyland, that's been a very
So there were these
heartbreaking.
full-on like helmets with headsets in them, so you could use them on the computer, and they all wanted to get them for their work from home too.
Every guy watching right now, just listen to you like this. Yep. Yep.
And yeah, I think that you guys were pretty close to buying them.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It was the luggage of
The
space.
luggage allowance
It was-
and the size of these giant
Yeah.
helmets.
We have regrets. We should have just worn them on the plane. Like, again, adults. No. So my professional highlights have just been going to the overseas trip, and then what we've done, especially coming back with the studio and with, everything that Axon trusts us to do. If you think I have to run any of these ideas past anybody, I don't. I just start doing them. And we're allowed to.
What's he tinkering away at there?
It does, I will say about the studio, it feels like because this is our space now,
Yeah.
it just feels like this is like home base, and
Yeah.
this is like just the Axon studio.
Yeah.
And before, we obviously had a studio in some capacity, but this just well and truly feels like ours, and we can kind of make it whatever we want.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
It's been awesome. Yeah.
And I like that we can trust you enough to edit us looking bad. And I feel like this segment may need a lot of edits.
One take.
She doesn't know it's live.
Thank you.
And personally, I went to India for a month with my kids, so that was a huge.
See, they're never here. None of them.
Yeah,
So they're all...
we're in America or in Canada or in India.
Yeah.
Byron, Noosa, Sydney.
They don't work here. That's why they're happy. We get fourth best place to work because hello, no one's here.
All over the place.
But yeah, saying that, we did have an amazing trip down to Sydney to celebrate the.
Yeah.
I'll bring that back up with Robbie, but yeah, it was incredible to have the team all together and dress up and get some nice shots together. So yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Good. Well, that wraps up the marketing team. Now, get the hell out of here.
All right, I'm back. I could not help myself but just grab this funny little hat from KC on the way back through. Everyone's like, what's that fucking silly vest you're wearing? I'm like, I can't wear it. Now I can't see this either. So yeah, you're welcome.
You can't wear it. You can't see it.
Or I can't wear it or see it. Hey, how'd you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, our little marketing team, we are not quite as boisterous as some of the other teams, but we have a laugh.
I resemble that comment.
We're quite,
Yeah.
we have fun.
Yeah. For those that don't know, husband and wife team running the business. Try and do. You run the business. You tell me what to do, and I'm just like, yes, ma'am. I'll just do that then. Everyone needs a boss. Let me tell you.
I don't know if I'm that good a boss then, because there's always a lot of edits going on for poor Daniel here. Jesus.
Hey, I've got a quick story to pass on to you. You know this already.
Oh God!
I know.
Normally I find out these things.
I had
before the last
lunch
one.
with an awesome client down in Canberra recently, and I was telling her about that. You and I did a podcast. You asked me 50 questions 3 years ago for my 50th birthday. And then she went back and listened to that podcast and watched that podcast.
Yes.
And she says something like, not only did I discover a bunch of stuff about you that I didn't know, but your wife, she's a fucking legend or something like that. So yeah, if you get a chance to listen to that podcast, if you've been following us for a couple of years, then certainly you'll see the dynamic of you and I going through. And yeah,
Yes.
100%. The questions that were asked, I had no idea about, and whatever the answer is whatever came out of my mouth at the
We
time.
just have very different roles. So Robbie's more front facing, and I try and wrangle the troops behind the scenes and manage, finances and the marketing and the HR and the admin and all of the things. So yeah, lots of behind the scenes wheels spinning
And Robbie's at the front going, well.
I feel like I get to do the things that I'm okay at, and you get to do the things that I'm not good at, which is a perfect mix.
Yeah. Him and James are at the front doing the Titanic thing.
Yeah. I've got some questions for you, though. What were your personal and professional highlights for the year? Take us on that journey.
Oh, so we had the Great Place to Work award. So obviously, for that, you need to enter and get certified first. So first of all, we were certified as a great place to work. And then from there, once you are certified, they enter everyone themselves and start doing a deep dive into those businesses and working out who is on their top 100 list of the best places to work. And we got number 4 in our category. So that was just for our first year of entering, just such a huge milestone. Like, there were so many people that were shocked that we got that high in our first year. And yeah, just being able to take the team, being able to celebrate. I mean, I'm sure you can tell just from even today, but just the fun that we have, the laughs, the banter, we just have so much fun, and I love that. I love how connected and united the team are. I'd say that's a really big highlight for me, is just where the team's at. We're just in a really great place, and I love that. So that's been a highlight. And I've also been doing a bit more for myself personally and professionally in terms of speaking. So I was a keynote speaker twice, and on a panel, and for the Great Place to Work, and doing, some more of that professional development for myself, putting myself out there. I'm not the greatest public speaker out there. I'm still learning.
Have a look at it. It's kicking ass. You're so good.
It comes with a lot of nerves. It's not my best skills, as you were saying, the best what you're good at and what I'm good at. So I'm definitely more used to being behind the scenes. So pushing myself, putting myself out there, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. That was a highlight for me. So yeah.
Good on you. Yeah, it was so good to see.
Couple of highlights.
Just if I can go back on the Great Place to Work thing, Ange and I were here talking about that confetti that was still stuck in the roof, and we're like, right,
still in there.
Let's take the whole team down there. But interestingly, it's a journey to get there, right? So all of our team members were sent surveys, and they had to fill those surveys out, and then effectively like that went through our certification. So imagine
everyone gets anonymous surveys, rankings, scorecards. We put in a submission about ourselves. They do a deep dive on, the things that make us us. So many things that they look into, and just to get through that far was incredible.
Yeah. How have you seen the team evolve this year, even with a couple of new people that have just recently joined us?
Newbies. It's just amazing just to see everyone's growth over time as well. We are obviously huge on personal and professional growth. That's why we do our retreats. That's why we do our quarterly planning days. And so it's been really good just to see that when people have been here for a little while, that depth in the business, that all starts to sink in more and more, and you see the growth, the inner growth of themselves, personal growth, putting goals out there. Some of the team have had really good health goals this year. Some of the team have had some big professional goals this year. So it's just nice to be able to see people meeting their goals, setting them and reaching their goals. I guess just from seeing from where people start when they join us to where they are now, I love just seeing the growth.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see. Like Dave ticked over 7 years, Damo ticked over 6 years, James ticked over 5 years, and come to join myself and Ryan, the coaching.
He finally got a dinner.
Yeah, hardly ever goes. Angie's done 4 years, and a bunch of others have got 3 years, and that'll just evolve over the years to come. Like that real professional mastery element when someone's been doing this day to day for that many years and just helping that many clients is bloody phenomenal. So it's really awesome to see.
Yeah, I feel like the team wasn't like, it's taken us to really find the right people, the right seats, to really, and that was why it took us a few years to breaking chairs. It took us a few years to sort of even apply for the Great Place to Work because I felt like we weren't there for a while, and it took that time to really integrate and get that culture fit and get the purpose and our values all aligned and things like that we're really connected and aligned.
Next year sees us turn 9 years old.
Yes.
February, another few months down the track. It'll be upon us before we know it.
It is.
But what's the so what out of that?
Well, that means it's almost our 10 years. So the year after will be 10. And we've got a few things planned, which will involve.
I would say we've got a few ideas.
Yes.
We'll do the planning next year.
We're planning to plan.
What are the ideas, Robbie?
Well, a few of them that I put out there
What are they?
weren't met with the greatest level of enthusiasm. But yeah, we'll just see how it plans out. Put it
This one cannot keep a secret, so
I want it to be grand. I have no idea how it's going to pan out, but it'll be fucking decent. So we'll see how we go from there.
We'll do a planning exercise with the team and figure some stuff out in the new year. But it's going to take a lot of work. So that will probably take up a lot of my year as well, all that extra spare time that I've got.
I love it that I've got the ideas, but I don't do the work. Anyway, what's your...
Things just, with the fairies come...
What's your inspirational or closeout message? I know you love looking after the team, but I know you want to make sure that everyone's has an amazing Christmas, yeah?
Yes, I would love to wish all of our clients and suppliers and all of our community just a safe and happy holidays. I hope you get to spend it with your loved ones, whoever that may be, chosen family, and just everyone have a safe time. If you're on the road, if you're moving around, I know postings and moving and all that kind of stuff sort of happens. Just be safe out there and enjoy the break. Have some well-rested time together, eat lots of yummy food, and we are looking forward to serving many of you next year.
For sure, yeah. Quick little parish notice. If you are moving to another location, send us what your updated address is going to be. Yeah. That's going to be good because we're coming to a place near you again next year. We're already looking at what our client meetups are going to be. You just heard us before speak about how important the client meetups are. You hadn't told me that
before, by the way. I just overheard it.
What's that? That we've got client meetups next year.
The ones that you booked in. So I was, always the last to know.
Things appear in the calendar. I'm like, we're going. Let's rock and roll. All right, we'll see you then soon. Have a fantastic Christmas break, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. See you soon.